Finally, the many requested video for buying properties in Portugal up to 50k. We already did a video for buying properties in Portugal up to 20k. The link for that you can find in the description. I got some questions recently, and it seems there is some confusion in the prices for buying properties in Portugal. It somehow seems that I'm able to find better deals. The first thing you need to realize is that the prices of property in Portugal depend a lot on the region of Portugal. Where we live here in the inlands of Portugal, it's a lot cheaper. Let's do a search and compare some prices. Let's see what we can buy for 50k across Portugal. Now before we dive behind the computer, one incentive for you to keep watching might be that I have a giveaway at the end of this video related to property search. So hang in there. Now let's see what we can find for 50k. So Idealista is a pretty good website to look for properties. They have quite a lot, and they have good search options. So in this case I'm gonna select a zone on the map. Let's start with the Algarve, one of the most expensive parts of Portugal. I want to select my own area, so that will be really the south coast here, like that. And there's a lot of properties here, but I assure you not a lot for 50,000 euro. You can I discovered that you can put in your amount here also in compared to the last video. So let's do 45 to 55, and then we're gonna select by cheapest, and we're gonna see what we can get. So a freestanding property. Let's do a translate. Single story house with sea views for reconstruction. Sea views, really? Let me see those sea views. I don't see any sea views. That is mostly not exactly the location, it's mostly the area, but it seems far-fetched to see the sea. But this is 108 square meter house on a plot of 355 with a full renovation. At least it seems. There was a secondary question we had, and that was if we could find something livable for 50k. If that is possible, that you don't need to renovate too much before you go in there. And I don't think that in the Algarve we are going to find something like that. But let's see. So let's go back to the list. This is a renovation property, but it's still not as expensive as I thought. Oh, here they're doing something weird. I saw this already multiple times with real estate agents. They give like an idea of what the property could look like, as if you don't have any ideas yourself what a property could look like. And I think it's a bit of false advertising, because now you think that this is there, right? That these buildings are there, but it's just an open piece of land. Oh, and the funny thing is, if you look at this house here, it's even not built within the parameters. So yeah, you really need to do thorough investigation. And don't leave it to somebody else. Do your own investigation, would be my advice. Let me see. Here's another renovation project. Yeah, and this is already for that area. There is how many properties do we have? 6. We have 6 properties under 55k in the Algarve. Although I must say there is still something available for that price. What you could make a livable house. Okay, let's adjust our search area. Let's see, for instance, what Lisbon has to offer us. This is maybe maximum 1 hour from the dead center. Let us see. Sort by cheapest. How many properties do we have? 2. 2 properties. So yeah, here you can see already that for 50,000 euro you won't get far in these areas. And I think this goes also for the Porto area. Let's give it a quick look. That gives us a little bit more options. 16. It's a building plot, which is going to cost you a lot of money. If you want to build your own house in Portugal, it's fairly impossible. You will always need a constructor to sign off on the project, and most constructors won't allow you to. They won't sign off on a project that you did yourself. For one reason, because of the risk involved, that if you did something wrong. And for two, they would like to maximize their profits, so they would like to spend time on doing full projects, which just makes them more money. In the beginning, I also thought that I might build something myself until I learned this. And I learned that it's much easier, and also sometimes not even permits are needed to, for instance, renew your roof or stuff like that. So that has some sort of building has more advantage. Let's see, is there something we could like? This is only a front facade, I think. Oh, there's still something there, but that is a big renovation project. What is there more? What is this? This looks like the same thing. This looks idyllic. So yeah, not much livable for 50,000 euro in Portugal in the more expensive areas. Now I'm curious to see if we can find something livable for that price here in the area. I think it should be possible. So let's search with the same criteria, but now in the inlands of Portugal. It's hard to see where we are. Where are we? Castelo Branco. Let's say somewhere here. Let's see how many properties we get. Oh, 126. It's, the market in Portugal is getting scarce, guys. I would have thought there would be more properties in this price range, 44 to 45. Let's select by cheapest. This looks very livable, guys. Let's see what are the specifications. Total land area 250 square meters. What is the size of a building? Okay. Oh. The inside looks better than the outside. It looks all a bit dated, but there's no picture of a bathroom, I think. Is there? I would call that livable. Where is it located? Oh. That's near to here. Let's see, what more do we have? Here's another one. Santo Andrés dos Gerês. This is all attached. Semi-detached. I think there is some livable stuff available for 50k. 4 bedroom. is the state of the house. That is less livable. I usually only look at like project houses, because if you want to really increase value of a property, you buy it like when it's run down and then you fix it, and eventually you might sell it for more. What is this? Solera. This also is attached. It's also less livable. Looks nice from the outside, huh? Let's see what is on the upper end. Oh, huh? 126. Okay, let's see if we can narrow it down a little bit. T1, at least one bedroom. At least one casa de baño. What do we get then? 113 still. Okay. Let's see. Let's see the most expensive ones. Yeah, but we were going up to 50k, right? So let's make it 50k. Otherwise I don't feel it's fair for the video. But I knew, like in the other places where there was very little to get. So that's why I broadened the search term a bit. Okay, let's see. This looks like a operational bathroom. T3, 120 square meters. This looks like a mess. Geminada. We have to look at that if it's a geminada. I think it means gem, right? Like a diamond, like a gem, stone. It looks pretty nice. What is this? They photoshopped it. Oh. Yeah, guys, one more time. Do your own research and never buy remotely. Go to the place and then still be very skeptical with what you see, and check the papers very well. And make sure that you know how to check papers and don't rely on other people for doing this. Unless you are prepared to pay more money in lawyer costs eventually. Let's see, São Vicente de Beira, Quinta Fonte da Pipa. This is not Quinta Fonte da Pipa, no. This is a quinta. Nice gate. If it's all those buildings, it's not very livable though. It is very cool. I like it. Must be a big area. 20 square meters for the building. Then it's not all the buildings probably, guys. Then it's only this small building. Once again, be very careful with what you assume, and also be careful with what a real estate agent says. There is livable stuff for 50k, but maybe not with 1 acre of land, for instance. It's either 1 acre of land or livable. But you can see here that all these houses here in the center, they're a lot more finished, or they need a lot less renovation. Here it's not all ruins for 50k. But you still need to do your proper research, and maybe also come and try different parts of Portugal to see which parts are for you. Because we also had people come here to volunteer, for instance, and they noticed that it can be very hot here in the summer. And if you're used to it, it's not that big of a deal, although some people might never get used to it. Yeah, so that's kind of important to try out. If you go a little bit more up north, like Fundao and like more up, like 100 kilometer north from here, the weather is a lot more mild, I would say, or milder. And also, of course, if you go to the coast, but there it gets expensive really fast. I promised you guys a giveaway. Um, I have the property breakdown analysis video service on my website, and I'm gonna give one away to one of you guys. And how we're gonna do this is give me the property that you would like me to analyze in the comments below. Make sure that you're also subscribed to the channel, because I'm only gonna pick subscribers. Maybe like this video also if you're there anyway. If you're watching on the TV, you can also send me an email, and I'll take those emails also in the draw for seeing what property we're gonna break down. Another good reason to subscribe to the channel is I did the first podcast with Luke and Sarah, and it should be on the channel probably next week. So yeah, if you want to win the giveaway, in the comments below or on email, send me a link with the property that you want me to analyze. See you in the next one.